My name is Neeraja Gokhale. I'm an industry specialist at AWS, responsible for helping our financial services customers to transform and innovate with cloud. Thank you for joining this session. Over the next 30 minutes, we are going to touch upon the role of small banks, credit unions, and microfinance institutions or MFIs in ASEAN economy. Explore the opportunities for these businesses today as well as in near future. Discuss the unique business needs of these small banks, credit unions, and MFIs, and learn about the strategies and paths to unlock transformation and innovation with cloud to address these unique business needs and challenges. So, let's dive right in. Growing up in India, I was fortunate enough to see the positive impact of small cooperative banks and microfinance up close. My father was an early investor in a small bank founded by his close friend and a distant relative in 1970s. Over the next 20 years, the bank flourished from 1,000 to 200,000 customers, a single branch to 23 physical branches, and gathered over $200 million in deposits. Every year, as a new branch opened in a remote suburb or a village in India, I was able to witness the ceremonial loan disbursement during their inauguration function. As a woman entrepreneur proudly took first steps towards the financial independence, or a farmer got his first opportunity to free himself from loan sharks, I ended up appreciating how financial inclusion can change human lives for the better. As I look at the numbers on the screen, I can remember a few of those faces. As per Asian Development Bank ADB, addressing the financial needs of micro and SME segments could increase the GDP in ASEAN countries by 9 to 14%. These numbers underscore the importance of SMBs, credit unions, and MFIs in ASEAN economy. The opportunity for SMBs and MFIs in ASEAN across 4 primary financial products, payments, savings, credit, and insurance, is huge. As per ADB's study, payments represents the biggest gap, while the unmet demand for microinsurance products amounts to 600 to 700 million in annual premium. Penetration of agent-based banking, microfinance networks can effectively bridge these gaps. If we take a slightly forward-looking view, the opportunity will only grow. According to Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, by 2030, approximately 66% of the population in Asia will be considered as middle class, adding 1.5 billion people who will need financial services from SMBs and MFIs. What is noteworthy is the demographic of this 1.5 billion population will be chiefly comprising of digitally literate millennials. The mobile and internet penetration in Southeast Asia is in the range of 70 to 80%, so there's plenty of opportunity to leverage technology to serve these consumers and businesses with digital finance. The consumer and SME needs, however, will continue to be unique. For instance, savings products need to start as low as $1 a week, or credit products need to evolve quickly and seamlessly as customers' credit score improves. SMBs and credit unions and MFIs need to build and launch these financial products quickly in order to compete as well as partner with nimble and agile fintech startups growing in the region. While there is a great opportunity in this segment, there are also unique challenges. For instance, managing credit risks given the high risk profiles of the end consumer and keeping non-performing assets under check is a challenge. Another challenge is lowering the high operating costs associated with the traditional channels of customer onboarding, collections, and even distribution. As per CGCAP, digitally enabled last mile delivery for loans and insurance could reduce the distribution cost by 15 to 30%. Last but not the least, early detection and prevention of fraud, especially as the business involves large volumes with relatively small ticket sizes. SMBs and MFIs are increasingly turning to the cloud and leaning into microservices architectures to solve their business challenges and at the same time improve agility, scalability, and resiliency of their businesses. We have seen a number of AWS customers adopting technology strategies that are uniquely suitable for their business needs. By and large, I have seen 2 or 3 different types of strategies. First, modernization. The second one is leading with data lake and analytics. And last one, adding a digital wrapper instead of solving for the large legacy they have to deal with today. Later, we'll circle back to this slide and unpack the first 2 strategies, the data strategy and the modernization strategy, with different case studies and examples from around the world. The third strategy, however, has enabled Thai credit retail bank TCRB to transform themselves into the largest microfinance bank, and they have even launched innovative products with customer centricity at heart. So, let's go to Bangkok, Thailand, where Roy Gonara, the managing director of TCRB, and Christopher Chan, CIO of TCRB, will share about their business needs, cloud adoption journey, as well as lessons learned with all of you.
Thank you, Niraja, for your kind introductions. It's a pleasure to be here to share our experience on our digital transformation journey. So my name is Roy, and we also have Chris, our CIO, who will be presenting a bit later. So we started our business about 5 years ago from zero. We created a new business model. We hired a new team, built a lot of branches as close as possible to our customers. And naturally, we had a lot of manual processes, not very digital due to the character of our customers and our new business models. Changes happened as we started to grow. Since we launched the program, we saw a lot of demand and become not only the largest commercial microfinance bank, but also the fastest growing bank basically every year since. We are, in fact, is the only commercial bank focusing on micro segments. Our direct peers are SFI and government banks. So our challenge at the time was not only from the new business model that we created and we evolved fast, but also from the fact that our current infrastructures needed a lot of support and need to keep up with our business needs. So let me explain a bit more about our business by introducing our customers to you. Our customers are traditional mom and pop shops. Almost all of them are clustered at the market under the same roof, and usually you call them the wet market. There's no commercial bank actually focused on this segment beside the SFI and government bank. In a way, it's a segment that has been long forgotten. As we entered the segment, we found 60% of our customers borrowed money from informal lenders, including, of course, the loan sharks, who in fact added more burden to their already difficult life. Our customers, in fact, use our loan to pay off their existing loans. Many single mothers or grandmas with their grandchildren who work daily to make ends meet, and sometimes they're paying their loan over 10 years without their balance reducing because the interest rate was so high. So it was really a rewarding experience for us that our product actually made a real impact on inclusion and reduced their burden. Thus, in the early days, when we started, we knew we needed to manage the risks and the operating costs. These were our 2 biggest concerns. We had a good business, but we need a good system and platform to support it. The existing platform was an old version of core banking, which is designed for SME. Basically, it didn't fit with our micro business model. So when we started, we simply applied a lot of manual process. And as we grow, the problem is also growing. At the time, we dreamed about digitizing our customers because 99% of whom use cash. Obviously, there's no EDC at the market, and there's no access to mobile banking at the segment. So digitization was the necessary future. But there were so many challenges at that time, including our basic infrastructure. In the beginning, we explored different solutions, and we found that there are multiple platforms, modules. All of them require customization to meet our needs. This customization actually still need a lot of compromise on the processes, and we have to build some other solutions to attach to these solutions. So naturally, we have to pay more licenses, tools, and hardwares, and at the end, it's so frustrating that it started to look like a spaghetti lines. our business expectation is actually not that complicated, but we need something unique. What was important was the ability to change or modify the system and not let the system become our limitations. So that's when our IT come up with the wrap and digitize approach, which actually has worked both short-term and long-term for us. And so with that, let me pass it to our CIO, Chris, who will share with you our transformation journey.
Thank you, Roy. The initial stage of our journey started about 5 years ago when we just launched our Nano Loan. We started off with a few in-house application programs and a vendor custom-built field collection application. Few months into operations, our loan product resonated very well in the market. We had a problem. The system were unable to cope with the rapid growth, causing system performance issues, especially during month end when we tried to close out as many loan applications as possible. The next 6 to 9 months involved a lot of patching and quick fixes, putting in more system resource, system tuning, as well as rebuilding some of the modules to cope with the business volume. Towards the later part of the second year, we were able to set ourselves on a better footing in operating the Nano Loan product. Next, we start look at how we can digitize our bank to better serve our customers and how our technology infrastructure can support the journey. When we looked at our existing platform, we had an old core banking system, an application interface that were not well organized, while our web application portfolio required consolidation and modernization. We realized this was a significant gap to bridge. We looked at 3 different approaches, asked ourselves questions. Shall we upgrade our core banking with the latest version? Shall we acquire a totally new digital core banking platform? Finally, after considering investment, complexity, and timeline, we opted for what we referred as a wrap and digitize strategy. We wrap around our existing legacies, continue to provide an upgrade to ensure it to be a host of our core product engine, a host of our middle and back office functional backbone. We surround them by an agile delivery layer, aiming to expose the bank's products and services to our customers and partners, an open banking platform. To achieve our digital journey, it is necessary to adjust our organization and development process. We split our organizations to 2 different groups in maximizing their strengths. The teams taking care of the legacy platform operate in marathon mode, where teams are conduct projects with waterfall approach. The development takes longer cycle, but ensuring a sturdy, stable, and reliable engine. While the teams taking care of the front-end channels operate in sprint mode, where teams adopt agile development, practice DevOps, shorter development cycle, allowing fast and learning cycles, delivering product and service with impressive customer experience. From an architectural perspective, as we mentioned in the previous slide about the wrap and digitize approach, here from this diagram, the left-hand side is our legacy systems, the host of our product, as well as our middle and back office backbone. And we adopt a microservice architecture to expose our capabilities, making them available to the end users. While the rightmost is our agile outer layer to deliver the products and services to our customers and business partners with APIs, which is in turn fulfilling by a repository of microservices. Here I want to share the microservices that we built so far. We refer this as our Lego town. From this architecture, you can see 3 key components. The first one is our partner connectors on the top left corner of the diagram, that we have secure integration gateway connecting with our partners. The second component is our core microservice repository to support the various layers of APIs for customer, partners, or solely for internal use. This repository will continue to grow and accumulate new services and products. And the third component is the technologies to support this architecture. We deploy this platform on cloud, and the cloud offerings allow all the technologies that we need, allows us to complete our foundation phase from scratch in just a few months' time. Our Lego town is still in its very early stage. We are still learning and improving while we continue to build our platform. Now we are in a very exciting stage that we are looking for to generate more collaboration opportunities with the partners out there. That is all I'm sharing today. and I would like to pass back to Roy to share with you our transformation milestones and our future plans. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. So let me share a few of our digital achievements. We completed our e-wallet micropay first in the journey at the time when Thailand launched the PromptPay and QR code as a national digitization agenda. I hope you are familiar with this, and the agenda provided a large opportunity to start the digitization process across our micro segments. We were not so sure about how the market will adopt the product since our segments are not very digital savvy and cash culture is hard to change. But during the COVID-19, the product received a great acceptance, and we grew about 10,000 customers per month with completed KYC, and we began digitizing our customers. Active rates and balance are growing fast today as we speak. Next, the revolving loan was in fact our first agile achievement. My IT team were very proud that we did agile on the old legacy system, and we did it all in-house. Finally, the microservices with the wrap and digitized concept that Chris was talking about was launched last year. This is the foundations of our open banking platform, the first set. And immediately, we were able to connect our micropay with the revolving loans in the bank and seamlessly, and then all our micro customers now can access the revolving loan from the same wallet. We are now building our own mobile banking applications on this microservices platform, expecting to launch that in 2021. And we are also expanding our open banking platform with more microservices to support our partnership program and the digital channels, which enable us to connect and collaborate with external parties through API layers. So the impact to our customers are much better than we expected. Our customers now started adopting the e-wallet, and the transactions are growing. And actually, more than half of our customers now are learning and using micropay. They can access their loan online, manage their balance, payment, and withdrawal. So we not only giving them access to financial product, but we actually start digitizing them as well. So here we are today. Obviously, we are still at the early stage, but our Lego platform system has started taking shape. We have experience, deployment is faster, and customization is easier, and relatively not very expensive. It was painful in the beginning just to get started because of all the challenges, but over the years, we gain more and more experience and resources and know-how. So the new platform now enables us to partner with third parties, and we start exploring about AI and ML. So what is our key learnings? First is keep the design simple and start early. It really makes a difference. Oftentimes, we demanded the perfect process and solutions, which ended up in a complex design. We do suggest to avoid this. Keeping things simple means less mistakes, shorter development time. And in fact, my team also revised my process requirements, and looking back, I'm really glad that they did that. Keep your focus on what you need the most. Do not compromise the big goal for small things. We have many instances where user ask for nice-to-have features, which seems simple from business point of view, but it actually stretches development time by months. The team should be honest to themselves if the spec they requested is really needed or just nice to have. Finally, launch your product, and then you can adjust them later. We applied a few manual processes just to support what we skipped. It's not ideal, but it works. It reduces mistakes, as I mentioned before, and we gain actually business benefits from launching it faster rather than waiting for perfect solutions. So these are our learnings. We don't claim to be experts, but we have learned a great deal and come a long way from where we started. And it also opens a lot of new opportunities for us. So with that, thank you very much for listening to us. And let me pass this back to Niraja.
Thank you, Roy and Chris, for sharing the lessons learned. As you mentioned, focusing on the most important objective, taking simple steps and iterating fast is the key to success. Every SMB and MFI has a unique journey. So, in the next few minutes, we will explore a few examples of modernization and data lake strategy. Bajaj Housing Finance, a part of Bajaj Finserv Group, exited their data center, leveraging a mix of SaaS and PaaS offerings in AWS. They host their business applications, data warehouse, both on AWS along with their core platform delivered by Pennant, which is a part of AWS Partner Network. The HE Bank was founded in 2009 in Brazil, an emerging market somewhat similar to ASEAN. HE Bank, until last 4 years, operated only as a trade credit company. 4 years ago, they started expanding by adding new products in their portfolio. The bank embarked on a transformation journey leveraging AWS. HE Bank is now running mission-critical workloads such as core banking, credit scoring, and HE Bank Pay on AWS, resulting in lower failures on transactional systems, achieving scalability on demand, as well as better cost control. What I have at the bottom is just few of the many independent software vendors or ISVs who enable SMBs and MFIs with their cloud-native offerings for core banking, loan management, and loan origination systems. Specialized agri-finance ISVs, such as Cropin, offer their tailored solutions on AWS for agriculture-focused businesses. A number of SMBs and MFIs lead with a data-driven strategy which enables them to understand their customers better, as well as get insights into operations to make necessary tweaks. This strategy has enabled both Madura Microfinance and Aditya Birla Capital to serve their customers better. Madura serves small vendors in south of India. They deployed a data lake on AWS and used AWS Redshift to improve data efficiency for credit scoring as well as collections. Madura was able to achieve 50% year-on-year growth consistently for 3 years. Aditya Birla Capital worked with AWS system integrations partner, BlazeClan, in their data-driven cloud journey. Unwrapping and digitizing strategy involving open finance, here are a couple of other examples. Credit Union Australia, the largest member-owned organization in Australia, complied with the local open banking regulations by choosing Ping Cloud Identity Management Solution developed by Versant. Persistent also has developed a solution which enables credit unions to rapidly build end-to-end digital offerings such as customer onboarding, digital deposits, and loans. The solution provides composable architecture of pluggable components which are employed to complement existing capabilities. Credit unions can leverage existing IT assets by integrating them with a cloud-based open banking platform and microservices on AWS in as short as 6 weeks. So, let's summarize. In order to take advantage of the great opportunity in ASEAN, SMBs, credit unions, and MFIs can leverage cloud to deliver financial inclusion effectively. As shared by TCRB, start with the top business priority. Define an adoption strategy that aligns with the business objectives. Fail fast and iterate quickly using the right tool for the right job. I'm sure you all are inspired by the TCRB story and other examples where SMBs, MFIs, and credit unions around the world are delivering financial inclusion with AWS. Take the survey and share with us your comments, questions, and feedback. Wish you all a great day.